football is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Let's go. Check pitch. Go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first,
okay,
you can
ready?
get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 18. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Slot man moves right. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Set, go.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Able to find Gray here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfect. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
52. Set.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit. Strike. Strike. Hut. Hut. Ready.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Down. Right through.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet finding room at midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
is Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
He's at the 30.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
1:52 to play until halftime.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The slot man in motion right.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Got it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Here we go.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
That would complete to Prochet.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Go ultra.
Now, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Ready.
And Lance now to throw.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Gathered not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Lance. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check mega. Check.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss.
Right.
But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 23. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Strike. Check. Strike. Ready?
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Fred Warner.